So if you haven't heard about the controversy or seen the cover of Time magazine with the mom nursing an almost 4-year-old boy, then you may have been living under a rock.
Yeah, I think I heard he's going to be 4 next month.
That's the story.
Yeah.
So he's nearly 4, and the concept in the magazine, if you read the article, is that this woman subscribes to the attachment parenting philosophy, which began some 20 years ago, supposedly.
But have you ever even heard of attachment parenting? Because I'm a mom of an almost 7-year-old, and I've never heard of it before.
Not until this magazine cover came out last week.
I need to be educated on it.
Well, we're very lucky that we can talk to a woman who knows all about it. She has a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. Her name is Leyani Redditi, and she's joining us now. And Leyani, maybe you can give us a little more about what the concept is behind attachment parenting.
Absolutely. First, I just want to say good morning. I'm a huge fan, so it's a thrill to be on. I appreciate what you guys do in the morning. You get me going with the pep in my step.
Well, thank you.
And Leyani, you're with Attachment Parenting International.
Yes, I am, and we also have a local chapter, Attachment Parenting of Greater Atlanta. If people want to check us out, membership is free. We are just there to give information and support to parents, and what we're all about is consistent, loving care for kids. So who can argue with that? It's about trusting yourself as a parent and giving kids what they need to give a really good start, a foundation, so that they feel happy and excited and empowered to go out into their world and conquer it, really.
Now, if you would tell us, though, there are 3, as I understand it anyway, there are 3 kind of tenets that you must subscribe to. Can you go into detail about those?
Here's the thing. It's like a tool bag. So you know a lot of things. You have your tools in your tool bag, and what you want to do is have them at your disposal and use them as they make sense to you. So there aren't any have-tos in this. These are suggestions. These are things that people have found work really well. So those 3 things are feeding with love and respect. That might be nursing for you. That might be bottle feeding. But think about what it means to hold your baby and snuggle her and feed her in a loving, respectful way. We advocate breastfeeding, but honestly, it doesn't work for everybody. So if you can try it and it works, that's fantastic. But there's no judgment here, absolutely. The second one is about keeping your baby close to you, snuggling up, holding them with you, keeping them close by, because babies, they want to be near their mamas. They want to be there near their dads. So that's another one, having them sleep in the same room with you. And that's really about, the main thing is about safety. It's the safest place to have your baby in the same room so that if there's a problem, you can go help them out. It doesn't have to be in the bed. The baby can be right there next to you, next to mom and dad. So those are sort of our 3 main ideas. But really, it's about being kind and respectful.
Now, Leyani, I know you've been on CNN. You're on our show this morning, and everyone seems to be talking about this Time magazine cover and the whole issue of, attachment parenting, blah, blah, blah. But For me, I think what struck a chord, besides the picture, I'm all about women and doing what you want to do as a parent. It's up to you, and I totally strongly feel that way. But I think what I didn't like is that the cover suggests, "Are you mom enough?" Don't you think that kind of sets us back to going to this war between moms by those words?
I think that Time did a very clever job by picking a title and an image that caught everyone's attention.
Well, I don't think there's any question that Time knew what they were doing. I think they knew this would bring attention to the magazine.
Absolutely.
But Leyani Redditi is on with us, and she is with Attachment Parenting International, and in this case, a local mom who subscribes to this way of thinking, with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. Now, do you, hopefully this isn't being too forward, but do you still nurse your 5-year-old?
She is not interested in nursing anymore. She goes off to kindergarten every day and is a happy little bean.
How old was she when she kind of weaned herself off?
About 2 years old. I was expecting my second child, and it was a very natural, gentle process for both of us.
Now, do you feel that cover of Time magazine, I know we all are in agreement on this, that they kind of did it for shock value and to get us all talking about it, and obviously it worked because that's exactly what we're all doing. But do you think that ends up harming that little boy on there, and the cover's going to haunt him for years and years, just in your opinion?
I think that the mom that was on the cover, I think she knows her kid best. So I think she made the choice that worked for her family. I've seen her interviewed, and she seems very confident in her choice.
Yeah,
When I looked at the cover, this is what I thought. I thought, wow, well, that's not how I nursed my child.
Well,
I thought that is going to be crazy at his wedding.
She was a good spokesperson, I think, because she came across very smart and knowledgeable. I thought she might be kook. She wasn't a kook. She seemed like, hey, these are my reasons, and I'm doing it.
Right.
So.
Exactly. And that I would just say that this is a philosophy that is not really new. This is the way that people have parented for a long time, and it just has a new label that people are aware of. But I think we all do these things. When you see a baby who's in distress, who's crying, don't you want to snuggle them? Don't you want to pick them up? I mean, this is sort of trusting your gut. As the author of the baby book, which was actually what the Time magazine article was about, Dr. Sears says this is how everyone would parent if they were on a desert island and didn't have anybody giving them advice.
Well, you know what,
Good
Leyani
point.
Redditi, thank you so much for
thank
your
you.
time and for kind of laying it out for us. We appreciate it very much. And so you can link to attachment parenting, get more information.